Happy Wednesday. Whee! How are you doing? I'm doing fine. I'm headed to Ashboro because I feel like it. I have the day off, and I got up at 5:30 this morning because I wanted to get my oil changed. And I know it's stupid. Like, why are you getting up that early for an oil change? Well, this place where I wanted to get it done, I heard was really great, and I tried to go on Saturday because I called them, and last week I called them one day and just said, can I come in on Saturday? And the guy said, yeah, well, you can. We don't take appointments though. It's just first come, first serve. The earlier you get here, the better. So he said, we open at 8 on Saturdays. So just try to get here as early as you can. Well, my smart ass got there a few minutes before 8. There were already, I shit you not, probably 30 people standing in line and sitting all around in the waiting room and going out the door, a line out the door for this place. Are they serving food in there? Are they selling crack? What in the hell? All of y'all are here for your car? Shit. So anyway, I think I told y'all this already. There was a whole shit ton of people that had come in. And so anyway, I said, can I come back on Wednesday? And he said yes, and he took my name, and he said, well, even with an appointment, I cannot guarantee that you will get in and out of here in a decent time. He said, now we do open at 7:30 during the week. So again, I would advise you to get here early. Well, I got up at 5:30 and I was sitting in their parking lot at 6:45. No, it was earlier than that. Let's see. No, I left the house at 6 something. And I was up there by about, I don't know, 6:20, 6:25, something like that. I was camping out by the front door. And this guy came walking up about 10 till 7. And he said, my goodness, you're early. I said, yes, sir. I'm interested in getting my oil changed. He said, well, we're not open yet, but you're welcome to come and wait inside if you want to. So he unlocked the little, office area. And I went in there and sat down and just played with my phone until it was time. He started checking people in right before 7:30. And I was first in line. I was very happy about that. I was the very first one. And they got me done and out of there by they took my car back about 7:30, and they were done by 7:55 probably. I just wanted an oil change, nothing crazy. And I know somebody in the comments said, you can change your own oil. I know that. You do have the problem of disposing of it around here. You have to take it to a place and pay them to dispose of the oil. And I know how to change oil in a car, and this is going to sound, maybe you don't understand. I don't know how to explain this. There are just some things that I will pay somebody else to do as long as I have the money to pay somebody else to do it. I don't care to change my own oil. I'm fine with paying somebody else to do it. I know it's cheaper and whatever. I know it is. I would prefer to save money in other ways. There are just some things that I will pay for. I'm not gonna do it myself. It's kind of like, growing up, there were promises I made to myself, and this isn't totally related, but it kind of is. I would be comfortable in my own home. I wasn't going to burn up in the summer and freeze to death in the winter. If at all possible, I was going to have a comfortable temperature in my home, because we never had that. I was always freezing or burning up. I will have a Christmas tree every year, and I will have grass in my yard. I will have a nice house that I'm not ashamed for anybody to see. There's just things that I didn't have, and I said, well, one day I'm going to have them. I'm not saying I want a mansion. I'm not saying any of that. I just want a house that I am not ashamed for people to see and know that I live there. And to have somebody look at my house and go, you live there? which I had happen more than once. Like, just, oh my God, you live there? Yes, I do. Well, it's not a great feeling. And I realize this is not the biggest problem anybody ever had in the world. But as a kid, I did make some promises to myself. Oh, and gardening. I'm not going to do any more gardening unless I want to, because we did so much freaking gardening. We had this massive garden every year, and my brother and I were in charge of keeping it weeded and maintained all summer and fall. And I hated that garden. We spent hours out there in that damn garden, and I hated it. Absolutely hated it. And I still don't care for gardening at all. I don't want to garden. I know I could grow my own stuff, and well, no, I don't want to, so I don't. I have green grass in my yard. I have a Christmas tree every year, and I have a house that I'm not ashamed of. Is it big and fancy? No, but it is. I'm not ashamed for anybody to see it. I wouldn't be embarrassed for anybody to know where I live. So it's just little things that I promised to myself, and it's a comfortable temperature in there year round. That's very nice. It's a thing that you never take for granted if you've ever had to live without it. Oh yeah, you definitely appreciate it. I do anyway. I appreciate it. I love being warm in the winter and cool in the summer. I will never take that for granted. Anyway, yes, I know I could change my own oil. I don't want to change my own oil, because my dad would change the oil in our vehicles, and he would just dump the oil in the yard, which is part of the reason why we never had any grass. He'd just dump it in the yard. He didn't give a shit. He doesn't care about how things look. That is not high on his list of priorities. So we just had oil just dumped all around. That's one of the main reasons we had no grass. We had oil slicks everywhere, but no grass. Well, very little grass. Anyway, that's why I don't change my own oil, and I'm fine with it. I save money in other ways. That's just not going to be one of the ways. So anyway, I got my oil changed. Then I got to go to a class that I never get to go to because I'm always at work now. So I did that, and then I just went home. I took a shower, washed my hair. It's still wet. And I touched up the nail polish on my nails here because it was chipped. I was doing this thing last night, and I chipped the nail polish really bad on one of my fingers here. I touched it up, and it looks well enough for the moment. If you have trouble with water backing up in the little drain thing in your freezer for your refrigerator, and I had a repairman tell me this, because the water wasn't draining and it was spilling out of the refrigerator onto the floor. And if you will just take some vinegar, any kind, it doesn't matter. And he said just enough to feel like a shot glass. You don't need a lot. There's a little drain hole in your freezer. Just pour it down in there, every 6 months or so, and listen and make sure you hear it drain through to that pan under the refrigerator. It will help keep that line clear, and it won't get clogged up with, mold or, whatever yuck might get in there and clog it up, because mine had clogged up, and he had to kind of blow it out, like stick a tube down in there and kind of blow whatever was in there out so it would drain. So, and then after that, the water didn't leak out and onto the floor anymore. So I was doing that last night, and because the refrigerator, it barely fits in the spot it's in, so you can't open it's a side by side, and you can't open the freezer quite all the way out. I couldn't see, and there's a drawer down in there, and the little drain hole is in the most inconvenient spot possible, and you can't really see it, and you can't really get to it very well. But I had this little cup, and I had my vinegar, and I couldn't really see what I was doing, and my finger caught on something back there, and it chipped my nail polish right at my cuticle really bad. I don't even know what it got caught on, but it chipped it. But anyway, I got the vinegar. I have a reminder on my phone every 6 months to pour vinegar down the drain for the freezer, and so I did. I got that done, but I messed up my nail polish on my finger. Anyway, we got that done, and I need to vacuum the coils. I try to vacuum the coils on the refrigerator on a regular basis. You should definitely do that. Keep your coils clean. I'm trying to keep this refrigerator happy because it is a special size, because my house is stupid, and I think my house was made of all the leftovers of all the houses in our community, and it's just made with the leftover parts. Nothing in my house is a standard size. The opening for the refrigerator is not a standard size. You can't just waltz down to Lowe's and buy one, even though that's where the character Carl came from, because I went down there to talk to him about a refrigerator, and found out later anyway that they don't have one that will fit in the spot. But there is an appliance center here in town. Well, it was called Hart Appliance Center, but now I think it has some other name. Anyway, there is one Frigidaire. No, is it a No, it's a Whirlpool refrigerator, and that's what I have. And it was there when I bought the house. There's one model that will fit in that spot. Just one. And so help me God, if they stop making it, I don't know what the hell I'm going to do. Because I could have some major, shit done, some remodeling to make that opening bigger. But just because of the way everything is, it would be very inconvenient to do that. There's not a quick and easy way to do it. So I'm trying my best to keep this refrigerator as happy as I possibly can, because I don't want it to die. Because I really don't want to go through the pain of trying to replace it. Fortunately, the one model that will fit, it's not expensive, but the guy that I talked to the last time I talked to him, he said they're on back order a lot. So if you need it, it may be a little bit before you can get it, because they just don't make many of those that size, and they may eventually discontinue it, which I really hope they don't. I mean, I guess if they did, I would just have to find another refrigerator that will fit in there. I kind of thought about going with one that just has the freezer on the top and the refrigerator on the bottom. I mean, I might like that better anyway. It doesn't have to be the side-by-side. I don't care. I definitely don't want one with the freezer on the bottom, because I hear those have a lot of problems. And they don't even make one that size that I think would even fit in the opening anyway, so it's kind of a moot point. But yes, I'm going to Albemarle, and I'm going to hopefully organize nail polish. My phone's starting to get hot. It's going to cut off on me. But, they did label the nail polish at the Taj Mahal Mart, and I mentioned this in a video before, but now the nail polish section is only about half as big as it used to be. They've gotten rid of a lot of it. It's about half the size, and I hope they're not going to do that at all of them. I don't know. I mean, hopefully not. I don't actually know. But that was another reason I wanted to kind of come down here, because I wanted to look at it and see, is it still the same size, or are they going to do them all that way? I hope not. Because if they cut the size of the nail polish section down that much, organizing nail polish is going to take like 5 minutes. What kind of video is that? I'll have to go to multiple Walmarts and organize nail polish and put them all together, I guess, which, with a full-time job, that's kind of hard to do. It's kind of hard to find time to do that. So, yeah. So we're starting to, gear up for our trip to Vegas. I'm very excited. I was thinking about it yesterday. I haven't been this excited about a trip since I was a kid. Now, when I was a kid, we went to the beach 2 times during my childhood. We went twice, because my dad hates the beach and he never wanted to go. We went 2 times. Usually if we went anywhere, we go to the mountains, because my dad likes the mountains. He agreed to go to the beach twice, but he basically just sat in the motel room the entire time, smoking cigarettes, drinking coffee, and looking at his watch like, is it time to go yet? He didn't care about going out on the beach at all. I don't think he went out on the beach. He just stayed in the motel room and watched TV and smoked cigarettes and complained about, like, is it time to go? Time to go home yet? Can we pack the car? He hates the beach. Anyway, I was always so excited before those trips. I would be so excited. But yeah, so I'm really excited about this trip. And I was thinking about this one time. This was years ago. We were going to the beach for a few days, and my younger son, he was maybe 9 or 10 years old, and he had his own suitcase, and he was going to pack for the trip. And I said, now we're going to be here, I forget how many days, 3 days, 4 days, whatever. You need to pack enough clothes, shirts, pants, shorts, you need a bathing suit, socks, underwear. You need enough for, the trip. Oh, I got it. I can do it, Mom. I can pack my own bag. Yeah, you don't need to do it. I can do it myself. So I let him do it. Well, I forgot to check his bag. I meant to, but I kind of forgot. And then we were kind of in a rush to go, and the trip, how sometimes a trip will sneak up on you. and you're not really as prepared as you feel like you should be. Well, I just grabbed his bag and threw it in the car. I didn't check it. I forgot. Like, I just didn't even think about it. I saw a suitcase by the door, and I was just throwing him in the car. Well, we get there. We get all the way down there. I open his suitcase up, and I remember thinking, it's awfully light. My first thought was, why is it so light? And I thought, well, he's small. His clothes are small. That's why. No. You know what was in there? About 12 pairs of socks, two pairs of shorts, no shirts, I think like one pair of underwear, and no bathing suit. That was how he packed for the beach trip. Like, dude, well, you're set on socks. You should be good there, but really? He said, well, I don't know. I thought I put enough in there. Dude, no. So we had to go buy him some clothes. I said, you're at the mercy of whatever the Walmart down the road has, because you don't have a bathing suit, you don't have any shirts. You have one pair of underwear, like 2 pairs of shorts. Like, no, you're going to get whatever they have at Walmart down here. Oh my God, it was so funny. I had to buy him a bathing suit. Good grief. It was funny. I wasn't mad. I was kind of mad at myself for not checking before we left the house, but it was kind of funny. So anyway, I will definitely be checking his bag before we leave for Vegas and make sure he's got, enough in there. So yes, I'm very excited. I'm definitely going to be making videos while I'm there. I cannot wait to share everything with y'all. I mean, I'm not going to be making videos the whole time. I want to enjoy my trip, and spend some time with my son, but I will definitely make videos while I'm there and show you, there's going to be so much to look at. I'm tickled to death. But anyway, I'm going to get off of here. But thank you so much for watching and for being here. I hope your week is going well. Yeah, it's going well for me. I've had a pretty good day so far. I'm sleepy, though, because I got up early. And I went to bed kind of late. So I'm kind of sleepy. I'll probably go home and take a nap after this. But, yeah, anyway. But thank you so much for being here. I really hope you have a great day, and I'll see you again soon.